Alright, what's going on YouTube? RAGsmg back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me on this top 50 RAGsmg video collection. So I want to share with you the top 50 comic books in my collection. Not necessarily based on value, fair market value or sale value, what have you, but I really looked at my collection and just decided what covers stick with me, what characters stick with me, first appearances, origin stories, maybe how I acquired the comic book, how I graded it, or how I found it. You know, those type of comic books really resonate with me. Maybe even how the comic book took me to my childhood youth. You know, those comic books will definitely have a place in my collection no matter what. So I want to share with you my top 50, and let's get this show started. Alright, so I really like this comic book. Not many people might know about this, but Planet of the Apes Ursus #1, this Bob Larkin variant. Supposedly, if memory serves me right, this comic book cover was supposed to be used in a Planet of the Apes comic issue in the past, was never used. They brought it back for this issue. Still has the 75-cent cover price on it, so I just thought that was a cool comic to have in the PC. I've always been a fan of this comic for some reason. Chew #1, Image comic from 2009. First appearance of Chew. Really dig the concept, really dig the cover. Just an early Image in my PC. And hope something comes out of this. These characters here, but Harbinger #1, early Valiant from 1992, first appearance of the Harbinger. Just a classic comic. If you're ever looking for this comic, make sure it has the coupon inside. Definitely open and check it out. Edge of Spider-Verse #2, first appearance of the new Spider-Woman. Just a gorgeous Greg Land cover. Definitely a place in my PC. Definitely like that. Alright, this X-23 #1, just a beautiful Delgado cover. I believe there was another cover made of this same cover, but this is probably the one you want to have, this X-23 #1. Man, just a beautiful cover. I'm digging the claws and the color and just the design, just beautiful. This was a hard 9.8, man. I must have had like 3-4 copies of this when it first came out, believe it or not. I thought this was the better of the copies I had, and thank goodness it graded high. So this is Thanos 13, first appearance of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Still a sought after book in my opinion, and definitely glad to have this in a PC. Definitely one of my top 50 as of right now, today. That could change, you never know. NYX #3, first appearance of X-23. I think everybody needs to have this comic in their collection. I'm trying to get this series. I think I'm missing 2 issues from the series, but definitely glad to have that in the PC. Now this is just a gorgeous, kind of funny, but gorgeous J. Scott Campbell cover. This Siege #3 from 2010. Yeah, just Deadpool being Deadpool, but I'm digging the cover, digging the art. Just a funny cover to me. I like this cover. Another rare comic. Speaking of rare comics, I mean, very low print run, hard to find comic, let alone the series 1 through 5 miniseries. But this Adam Legend, the Blue Marvel #1, first appearance of the Blue Marvel from 2009. Just digging the character, digging the series, digging the artwork, so definitely going to put that in my top 50. Another hard book to find. I believe there's like 4, 5, 6 prints of this Bone #1 from 1991. First appearance of Bone, Jeff Smith's story, cover, and art. Yeah, just a hard book to find. I think I talked to a friend of a friend who connected me to somebody in LA that worked in Universal Studios or some studio, some movie studio, and they had this and was selling it. So it's good to know people. I'm telling you, it's good to network and know people that can kind of help you out in your hobby. Moon Knight #1 from 2014, just a classic Bill Sienkiewicz cover in my opinion. Just Moonlight sitting on that throne looking like a king. Just a classic cover. Gorgeous. Walking Dead #1. Big Walking Dead fan. I might be a season or two behind. But just a classic #1 to have. Early Image. First appearance of Rick Grimes. And a couple more characters. But a Robert Kirkman story. Just a series that really blew up on TV. Glad to have this #1. Alright, Dirty Pair. Dirty Pair Run from the Future #1. I've seen like yesterday when I bought this comic book from a local dealer. But this is the Adam Hughes variant. Not sure of the print run, but just a classic cover. Classic Adam Hughes cover. Thought it was a 9.8 when I saw it raw, graded it, came back a 9.8, so very happy to have that in the PC. Big Spawn fan, looking forward to the movie coming out, Spawn 185 from 2008. This is the sketch cover, the black and white, Portasio cover and art. Just a very hard Spawn, probably one of the top 5 or 6 hardest Spawn covers to find and get. In high grade, that is. Really digging this cover for some reason. Nothing big with the comic maybe, but this Edge of Venomverse, just a cool Matina cover. Has many of the different symbiotes on the cover. Classic dark, very creepy cover. I'm digging that. Probably one of the top 3 early 2012 Venomized covers that came out. This Uncanny X-Force #20. Just a classic Psylocke and Venomized cover. I'm digging this. Another Delgado cover. I mean, he's probably one of my top 3 artists, and I'm not really an artist fan like that, but definitely a cool cover right here. Winter Soldier #1 from 2012. Just a beautiful Delgado. Definitely hard to find. I'm digging this cover for some reason. X-23 #2 Vampire variant. Classic Mayhew cover. Got this from a YouTuber. So yeah. Glad to have this in the PC. Definitely in my top 50, not gonna lie. This Spawn #1, another Spawn issue from 1997. Classic black and white Spawn cover right here. Just beautiful. Talk about a hard 9.8. Very hard. #4, first appearance of Miles Morales, the variant. For some reason, I want the regular cover. I don't know what it is, but I like this variant. Definitely part of my top 50. Very hard to find. Great movie, love the movie. Congrats on the Oscar winnings. Just a comic that I'll probably keep on appreciating, believe it or not. Just a cool character, Miles Morales. Man, I must have had 10, 11 copies of this cover. Teen Titans 12 first full appearance of Batman Who Laughs. Just a classic comic. I guess time will prove if it's a classic comic, but just a character, I should say, that a lot of people are digging. Has his own ongoing series now, so we'll see what happens with that. Gorgeous Superior Carnage cover, man. Look at that. Just a sick cover by Chichetto back in 2013. Definitely add that, keeping that on my PC. Definitely top 50 to me. Avenging Spider-Man #9, first Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. Just, I don't know, this comic sticks to me because I must have bought this raw maybe a year ago, a little over a year ago, for 40 bucks, and yeah, it came back high grade, man. So I'm definitely gonna keep this in the PC. Gorgeous copy. This Gamora #2, man, from 2017. Just a cool cover. Glad to have that in the PC. Just gorgeous how it's half her face and half the skull. Just a classic Matina cover. And then you got All New Wolverine #2, first appearance of Gabby. Now this just sticks to me because I did a crazy deal at the Baltimore Con, the last Baltimore Con, and I must have traded like 2-3 books, plus the dealer gave me cash for my Hulk 180, and then I took a lower copy of a Hulk 180 and traded it, and the dealer gave me this and some other 9.8 slabs. So yeah, just a crazy deal that sticks to me. I never did a deal like that, so this comic book is always going to bring back memories. But just a classic variant, first appearance of Gabby, gorgeous. So yeah, that was the first 25. Now we're going to the next 25. Next Man 21, John Byrne, classic first full color appearance of Hellboy. Definitely digging that. Very rare third claw variant. Definitely digging that. Classic Wolverine Origins number 10 from 2007. Hope something comes out of this character one day. Savage She-Hulk number 1, origin and first full appearance of the She-Hulk from 1980. So just a classic cover. I'm a big Star Wars fan, a little bit of a Trekkie, but a big Star Wars fan. Gotta have this in the top 50. Star Wars number 1 from 1977. Iron Fist 14, first appearance of Sabretooth. Gotta have this in the PC from 1977. Wow. New Mutants 87. I'm digging the Cable character. First appearance of Cable from 1990. New Mutants 87. Gotta have that in the PC. This was very hard to find. This Batman 608. This is the classic RRP variant. Part of the Hush series. But very hard comic to find. I believe only 200, 300, 400 in existence, and you had to go to a exclusive diamond convention to get that. So glad to have that in the PC. X-Men 94, first new X-Men from 1975. Wow. Classic old school Guardians of the Galaxy. You gotta have this, man. This is the before the Guardians of the MCU. This was the Guardians of the Galaxy. Origin and first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel Superheroes number 18 from 1969. Holy smokes. Giant size X-Men number 1, 9.0. First appearance of the new X-Men. Man, very thick, very hard to get high grade, those thick square bound books. Tomb of Dracula number 10 from 1973. First appearance of Blade the Vampire Slayer. Werewolf by Night. Holy smokes. Origin of first appearance of Moon Knight. Man, it feels like yesterday when I got this book, man. Just a classic character. New Mutants 98. First appearance of Deadpool. I think everybody has a copy of that in their PC. I'm digging this. This was hard to find. Marvel Spotlight number 5. Origin of first appearance of Ghost Rider from 1972. Wow. Fantastic 452. First appearance of Black Panther. I did this on-site grading at the last con I went to. So, yeah, glad to have that in the PC. Silver Surfer number 1. Origin of the Silver Surfer. Digging that from 1968. Wow. Big Conan fan. Surprised they brought him back. He's like definitely hitting the Marvel comic scene now. But there's Conan the Barbarian. Origin and first appearance of Conan from 1970. So glad to have that in the PC. Now we're getting into some old books. Probably top 10 right here. Tales of Suspense 39. Origin and first appearance of Iron Man. Definitely got to have that in the top 50. Daredevil number 1 from 1964. Origin and first appearance of Daredevil. Man, I need to get these reholder too. Definitely digging the newer slab cases. This Iron Man number 1 from 1968. This was an 8.5 when CGC was first doing the pressing scene. I knew nothing about it back in the day. Tried with them. They cracked it, pressed it, and came back a 9.2. So it does work. Iron Man number 1, definitely in my top 50. Avengers number 1 from 1963. Origin of first appearance of the Avengers. Definitely in my top 5 in my PC. Glad to have that. Spider-Man number 1 from 1963. First appearance of not Spider-Man but some other characters. But yeah, glad to have that in the PC. Another comic in my top 10 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. Origin of first appearance of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1984. Now, when I bought this, I had a funny story because I also came with this certificate saying that this comic book actually belonged to the creator, Peter Laird, co-creator Peter Laird. So I thought that was cool. So yeah, I pulled the trigger and got it. So definitely part of the PC. And then the final two, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining. Thanks for staying. X-Men number 1 from 1963. Another Silver Age comic. Origin of first appearance of the X-Men. Definitely happy to have that. And then probably the top comic in my PC. No surprise. If anything, I'll probably get it reholdered. Is this Amazing Fantasy number 15 from 1962. Probably the oldest comic in my collection. I haven't dibbled in the Golden Age yet. Origin of first appearance of Spider-Man. So there you have it. That's it. As you can see, man, so many other comics to add. I could have put Incredible Hulk 340, Century #1, Spider-Woman #1, Marvel Spotlight #6. I mean, so many comics. I think the last time I did this, I did an honorable mention, another video, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. That was my top 50. I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for watching. As always, collect what you want to collect, but please take care of those comics, and I will talk to you later.